Alright guys, this is not going to be a very long vlog, just an update on my July Cavalry challenge. So, as before, I had 2 stands of the Scots Greys done. As you can see, I now have 3 stands, which means half a squadron and also means half a box. I'm just going to zoom in so you guys can take a look. I did the basing today. And again, I have a mixture of the oilskin and bearskin shakos on these guys. And after having all of this done, I will now have to do 3 more stands. And then that first box, the Union Cavalry box, will be done. And then I will be moving on to the Allied Cavalry from Perry Miniatures. In fact, I already have it started as I was working on the 3rd Scots Greys stand. I actually started cutting out the riders and the horses from one of the sprues. I'm currently working on 3 of them. I'm going to just show off a little bit of that update. All right, so I really don't have a lot of progress for the Russian cavalry, but I have decided to do Russian dragoons. And the regiment that I'll be focusing on is the Kharkov regiment here, which with the green jacket and the orange trim on the uniform. With that said, the only thing that I have completed, or mostly completed, is a mount. Not much progress on them, although I do have 3 mounts in total that I'm working on. This one is mostly painted. I have 2 more mounts that are primered. I am using the slap chop method to get this done quickly. As you know, we are halfway through July now. That's the only way I'm going to be able to get most of these done, but the result is not too bad. Again, this one's not fully completed yet. I still have to draw to paint the pack on the back there, the muzzle and the ears, and then obviously put this on a base after shading. And then, yeah, that'll be 1 mount done, hopefully riders. So I'm hoping in the next update, I'll actually have another stand of Scots Greys done, and then a stand of the Russian Dragoons from the Kharkov regiment done. But since this is such a short video, I also wanted to show off a couple things that I've been working on that are not related to the July Cavalry Challenge, and that's coming up. All right, so keeping it Napoleonic, I did start my August challenge a little early. I have a bunch of Old Guard chasseurs to work on. As you can see, I have 2 completed on this 80 by 40 stand, so I'm going to have 8 guys on this base here. And then I will complete a second base, again, 8 to the stand, and that should be 1 unit, or most of a unit done. In fact, it's probably going to be 3 of these 8-man stands, and then that battalion will be done. I do have 3 40 by 40 stands done, so that brings up to 12. I'll need to do 8 more, so 2 more stands, and then I'll have 2 battalions of Old Guard chasseurs done. So I do have 1 more thing I want to show off before I end the vlog. So over on the OG channel, I have started doing video content for Malifaux, and this is actually the Explorer Society starter box, complete pretty much. The base is mostly done, but all the figures are painted, so that's 1 less thing on my table that I have to work on. I'm actually pretty happy. Unlike the other Malifaux models, and if anybody is familiar with Weird Miniatures Malifaux, the figures are very well done, but are very difficult to put together because the components are so slender and tiny and delicate. However, with the release of the starter boxes, which gives you a henchman to lead the crew, an enforcer, and a couple minions, it's a great way to get into Malifaux. It's a great way to get into Malifaux without investing too much, although Malifaux is not a very expensive game to break into if you just want to get started. But in any case, the difference between the starter sets and, let's say, the core boxes are that the figures come pre-assembled, so all I really needed to do was put them on bases and paint them up. And this is my first Malifaux crew, without a master, completed. And I will be working on more Malifaux stuff. I know this is not really historical related, though it is kind of, because it's set in the early 20th century in that alternate timeline for Malifaux. So around the late 19th century, early 20th century. So it's going to have that aesthetic. So it is kind of historical, but not really. But in any case, I just want to show that off since the vlog update was kind of short. But in any case, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it if you would. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all new updates coming out of my July Cavalry Challenge, and then click the link in the description below to join my Discord server. That's the best way I could personally interact with you and chit-chat you about Napoleonics, Malifaux, and any other game that I cover on this channel. Stay tuned for more July Cavalry Challenge updates coming out of WarGamingNewb Historical.